The weekend has been crazy. Prices are all over the place. What's happening with gold, silver, and Bitcoin? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, and man, I gotta show you some crazy gap on the CME chart. It is absolutely insane, actually, when you see how large it is. It's obviously going to get filled, of course, and we're going to talk about that and more. And, you can see that the reason why the market went down, this is what they're telling you, that the Fed chair was nominated, and it was a hawkish guy. I mean, every single time, I've been in this market, watching this market, observe. There's always a reason that connects with the price that was actually already going to go down. So let me give you an example. All right. There was clear indication that, Bitcoin was weakening, right? And the odds are it's going to break down. I'm going to show you that. But first, let's start with the gap. As you can see here, there's a massive gap, which is going to get closed, but you can see you could drive a plane, right, a 747 or an Airbus A380 through that gap. It was huge. It was a lot bigger before, but now it's closing up a little bit, and we could probably see this thing close very shortly. I could say we could come up to the 84K ish area, but after that, I don't know. But yeah, looking at this gap, it's definitely going to get closed before we actually roll over and dive. I would exit your positions as this comes up here. If you have any long positions and you want to just, if you had long positions and you want to get out of them, that's where you'd be. Okay, you would start exiting about the 83K ish area. So let's take a look at that on the regular chart. And as you can see, all this red candles is probably going to get filled up as we come back up. But we have to break up, of course, above the 79,200 area before we can see, okay, there's a possibility that we can, fill in all these red candles all the way up to the 83,300-ish area. And maybe even go all the way to the 84K. Yeah, but all this is a sell signal. A lot of people are going to be selling this as this rises up. So don't expect it to be an easy ride all the way back up to the 84K. Anything above that, again, would be time to sell. This is a bear market. We've broken key positions. Don't even be surprised if this even does not even get past the 80K level, which is the 80K 500, and then boom, fails from there. So be ready for that if you are waiting for salvation. Looking at Ethereum, my goodness, we were at almost $3,500. Yes, almost 3,400-ish area, and now we're down to almost $2,000. My God. And this is absolute bloodbath wreckage. And it looks like we're going to do even worse from here on out. So I'm just thankful, even though if we go to dominance, I'm surprised the dominance is not like just kicking butt here, just absolutely destroying. I think we should have been going higher because everything's just getting decimated when you price it in, of course, Bitcoin. So it's odd. Okay, well, it is what it is. This does not look good. A comeback to the 2,700 is your best hope. If it gets there, that you need to walk so fast, not run. I would not try to get up to it could get up to the 2,800, maybe as close as the 29, but very, very weak. So most likely this upward trend line, I think this is an upward trend line. will probably be the what's it called? The point where we're going to slow down here at the 2,500, which is a good fat round number. So, wow, we broke down like several levels on Solana, and Solana is, yeah, not looking good. Again, with Solana, the maximum you're going to be able to get is probably around the room 112, where the players dwell. Yeah, that's from a song. I'm dating myself, but anyways, yeah. So your best case is 112, 113 area, and you've got to just leave, because what's the target for this? You have to leave because the target is all the way down around the $66 level, 66.6. Yeah, 666. How evil! That's the target. That's where it's going to. May not go right away, of course, but that's where it's going. Right? There's no thing. It didn't hold some key levels, so that's it. It's going there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? Might not right away. It's not like tomorrow, right? But it's going there. I know it sucks. It is what it is, right? Nothing we can do about it. Silver got absolutely routed, but I want to show you something, guys. If we go to my Twitter feeds, let's go to my Twitter feeds. xdx.com. You'll see, now it was a little bit off because I had to like retract it a little bit, but it was still it's still pretty big. Even today, even as I'm recording this, at first my AI said it was an 89% premium between the two, like everything pumped in physical, and I'm like, holy crap, that is a game-changing event, and I was so excited about it that I thought it was real. And I posted it, and only to go, this seems a little bit absolutely unbelievable. Let me verify that, and with other sources, and yep, turns out it was incorrect. Still, there's a big separation, right? This is correct. It's 40% separation, but it's not as high as what I had before, and it is shrinking. This was 111. By the time I refreshed it another hour later, it was 104. Right, and this was rising as well. This was $84. So yeah, we can see that they're going to meet. Right, they're going to meet somewhere in the middle, basically. But they're still far away, divergence from each other. But the positive thing is, right, this divergence is not going the opposite direction. If it was going the opposite direction, then it would be lights out for the US dollar, right? It would have been absolutely no, right? That's what I thought. It would have been lights out. The US dollar would have been finished if this was the case. If we dropped and this is going up. So guys, now you know. If the physical market continues to go higher and the paper promise number continues to go lower, which it'll come. You know that the system is about to collapse, basically. What they'll do, of course, is go, well, you guys are just like got screwed over, or it's not fair. You did gamble on these crazy, markets here, commodities markets. So we'll help you out. We'll give you the cash, right? Since there's not enough silver to give you. We'll give you the cash for that. And then, you can go buy it if you like. That's how we'll do it. And of course, they're going to give you the cash at the lowest price, but not at the high price. All of a sudden, the ETF that holds the custodial for the ETF and silver and gold will all of a sudden get robbed or lose their silver holdings, or silver holdings are gone, and that's a your fault problem if you read the perspectives, right? They'll disappear. So be ready for that. That's coming. It's coming because it's so funny, right? How the markets, when they're going up on the commodities market, Well, we got to have some circuit breakers for that, right? Notice, right? Commodities that are rare and have to be worked and produced, there's circuit breakers on the way up. For stocks, there's no circuit breakers on the way up, right? They can go as high as they want. That can be produced with unlimited amount of stock. But on the way down, no. Hold on. If the stock market's dropping too fast, we got to slow things down. But if commodities go down too fast, no. Natural market forces. That's just the way it is. Yeah, you can see how criminal these markets are, right? And that's the way it is. Of course, it won't live like this forever, right? Once we switch to smart contract networks and so forth, all these rules will be eliminated really fast because they'll be fair and honest. And if they're not, people will use a fair and honest system. They'll just switch over to another smart contract and go, okay, you can stay over there and make it unfair and block us from trading, and we'll just go with another system that's fair and allows us to trade. And it's decentralized, so you can't stop us. So there you go. Boom. Right? Yes, you can say, well, they're going to pass laws that only corporations. Yeah. So corporations will probably stick with that, of course. But eventually, they'll put pressure as the liquidity goes into the other assets, other systems, and go, oh, yeah, we can't live with those rules, government. And then they'll have to cave. And that's how it works. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I know we're going to see that Armageddon soon with the US dollar. It's coming. It may not be right now, right? Because the CME, the CME price is going higher, and the Shanghai price of silver is going lower. But eventually, it's coming, and you better be ready. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers.